Hello and welcome to Wool Wonder. In today's video, we will be seeing this beautiful pouch created using a very basic stitch, and we have decorated it with some roses on the top, so it looks like a bouquet too. This project might look very fancy, but it is so easy to create. So let's get started. I'm using a pure cotton yarn, which is a little bit thin yarn. So we need to make the base stitch, the foundation, a bit thicker in order to carry weight in this pouch. So I'm starting with 25 chain stitches. The length of the chain can be increased or decreased according to the length of the pouch that you need. I'm making a very small one to carry stuffs like your headphones or a key. So you can increase or decrease the length according to the size of the pouch that you would love to do. Once you're done with the 25 chain, now we flip the uh, chain and we see like a small link between each of the chain. So we do a double crochet in each of these links. So we yarn over and then push our needle into that link and pull over and then do a double crochet. Likewise, we do double crochet in each of these links. It might be a bit tricky to do this row, but if you're a bit patient and finish it carefully, then the next steps would be much easier. You might wonder why we are doing a double crochet using this link. As I said earlier, we are using a very soft cotton yarn. So, in order for the project to be able to withhold the weight of the object that we put inside the pouch, it needs to be really strong. Otherwise, the crochet might wear off very quickly. So, if we use this method, the foundation stitch will be really strong. So, you can put anything that you wish in this pouch. So, let's meet after we finish this foundation chain quickly. As you can see, I've completed the foundation chain on the one side. In order for us to make it as a pouch, I do double crochet on the last chain alone so that it forms like a circle. So here we are doing a 2 double crochet on the last chain, and then when we flip the project, we will now have our foundation chains, that is the front side of the chain. So here we do a double crochet as usual on these chains, so it forms like an oval. This will be our foundation for this pouch. So I'm doing 2 double crochet in the corners, both the corners, just to get that curve shape, and in between you do just single one double crochet in each of the chains, and then our foundation stitch is ready. And here is our foundation chain ready. So we have completed almost 25 double crochet as we started with 25 chains in the beginning of this project. So now I end this row with a slip stitch, and then we begin with our upcoming rows. Now let's move on to the next row. Here we are doing double crochet but with a small twist. So in order to create a new pattern, we are doing 3 double crochet consecutively, and then we do a chain, and we skip one chain on the below row and then do again 3 double crochet. So the pattern will be like 3 double crochet and 1 chain. So you leave a gap and then again a 3 double crochet. So when we do with this pattern, it creates like a completely new stitch type, but it's basically a double crochet. We keep continuing in this manner until we need the height for the pouch. Approximately you can do up to 7 to 8 rows in this way to get a decent size. And also it depends on the length that you have chosen initially. You can increase or decrease the height by repeating the same pattern. So I'll be finishing this off and meet you once I'm done with this pouch. And now we are done with the pouch, and I have done approximately 7 to 8 rows to get this height. You can increase or decrease according to the height that you need. Now let's cut off this yarn and let's move on to the next steps. The next step would be adding a green border before we attach the flowers. This is also a very simple step where you attach a green yarn between the gaps that we have created using chain 1. And I'm doing chain 5, and then on the third chain we do a slip stitch, and next step would be again chain 2. So this forms like an arch like structure which creates a cute little border to our pouch. So let me show this again. So after we slip stitch to the next hole, so we do 5 chains, and then on the third chain from the beginning you do a slip stitch. That is, you put in your needle, pull out the yarn, and then slip it into the hook. And now we have like a knot. Again we do 2 chains and do a slip stitch in the next gap that we have created. Likewise, we can do the same thing all around the pouch until we reach to the beginning point. And yeah, we are almost done with this row, and as you can see we have a very cute pouch with a beautiful border. And the next step would be creating these roses, and this is also really simple. So let's start with the foundation for these roses. Here I'm doing 9 chains, and from the 6th chain, that is, we skip the first 3 chains, and from the 6th chain we do 3 double crochet in each of the chain. So in total at the end of this row we will be having 27 double crochet. We do this multiple double crochet in each stitch to get the floral effect, and you can see that as you keep progressing. So once you're done you will be having a rose, and then we can simply attach it to the pouch. This is a very cute idea. You can use it for multiple projects. And once you're done with all the double crochet, in the end we do again 3 chains to have a neat finish. So yeah, once we are done with the 3 chain, we do slip stitch on the same last chain, and then our roses are ready to be attached to the pouch. The last step would be doing a rope for us to tie the pouch. This is also a very new cool stitch which looks very beautiful, and the process might look a bit difficult, but it is so easy and satisfying to do. I start with 4 chain and pull out a loop from each of the chain. So we will be having 4 loops after we are done with this step. And the next step would be pulling out the loop from the main yarn. For the first one, using one loop, and the rest we pull it through two loops. So we will be doing it thrice, and this is how our stitch will look. And the next step would be, we have a vertical line that we can see from the loop that we have created. We pull out again from all these three loops, and again we will be having four loops as we had initially. So let's pull out the first loop, then next two, and next two, and again in the end the last two. This is a really good idea where you would want the stitch to be really strong, and this can be used as a foundation chain for your projects as well. And yeah, the same way we keep repeating it again and again to get the tying rope according to the length that you need for your pouch. So I will just meet you once I'm done with the rope. As you can see, we are done with the rope, and I'm just finishing it off the last two loops and cutting off the yarn. Once we are done with this step, we are almost there. The last and final part would be attaching all these beautiful things we have done to the pouch. And here you can look the final result, our cute little pouch. I hope you liked this video. Do try this small project and let me know how do you like it. Follow Wool Wonder for more such content, and thank you. Have a great day.